What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with another New York Giants video. Happy Thursday, everybody. Is it me, or does this week seem like it's taken 12 days to get through it, man? I swear to God, it feels like it should be Sunday already. It isn't, but I want to talk a little bit about Kadarius Toney. Before we get into the video, do me a favor, as always, guys. You've been doing a great job. Smack the hell out of that like button. It helps out the videos more than you'll know. Subscribe to this channel. If you're not subscribed and happen to view it, don't forget to subscribe. We're doing a ton of Giants content, as you know. Yankee stuff, if they make the playoffs, obviously. The Lakers right around the corner, so hopefully you guys will subscribe. And like I said, if you want extra credit, share the video out. Share the channel out with your friends. I appreciate all the support you guys and girls show me all the time. But let's talk about Kadarius Toney. You know, I'm thinking about it today, reading Joe Judge's comments saying, oh, you know, Kadarius Toney, there's just some guys out there making plays and all this other stuff. Kadarius Toney has gotten off to a very weird start. It's been weird. Like, he's had more head-scratching things happen than receptions. And we jokingly always say, everybody watching this video, commenting on this video, myself included, we all have more receiving yards in the NFL than Kadarius Toney, who after 2 games has -2 receiving yards. Okay, now Kadarius Toney, they say he works very hard in practice. He's a hard worker. Daniel Jones calls him twitchy. He's explosive. I mean, everything you want to hear about the guy, you hear positive things. So why can't he get on the field? Like, it's baffling to me that Kadarius Toney has not been a part of this offense whatsoever. And it's not even that he hasn't had the football thrown his way. I mean, how many plays is he actually on the field, and why is he not getting on the field? You see, I have a hard time figuring this out. Giants fans, please tell me, if you know or have an idea, why the hell did we draft him? Why did we draft him? You know, you can only go by what Joe Judge, Jace Garrett, and all these guys say. We don't know what's really going on. We don't know the truth because we're not in the locker room, so we don't know what the deal is. We don't know why he's not playing or why he's not getting time. All we can go by is what they tell us. And you know they ain't telling us the truth. So if anybody has an idea, let me know, because the more I think about this, the more I can't figure it out. Now, I liked the trade. I like getting draft capital. I like getting an extra first-round pick next year. There's no doubt about that. That was a good trade. But the pick itself is still, it's extremely head-scratching, because think about this. I know last year we struggled with wide receivers. We were beat up on the wide receiver core. We didn't have a lot of depth there. We had guys like Austin Mack, who was an undrafted free agent playing for us for a while there. C.J. Board, Dante Pettis, all these guys. And Board and Pettis made it back to the team anyway. What I don't understand, though, is you go out and you sign Kenny Golladay to a $72 million deal, and then you go out and you draft Kadarius Toney when we needed other positions. Like, we needed that lineman. We needed Rashawn Slater there, and that's obvious because the line, although it's been pretty good, is now really beat up. Shane Lemieux's out for the year, and not to mention, not only did you lose Shane Lemieux for the year, now you lost Nick Gates for the year, and on top of that, Kevin Zeitler walked. So what I don't get is you go out and you sign Kenny Golladay, and then you draft a wide receiver, you let Zeitler go, and you don't draft a lineman. I'm baffled. The more I think about it, I'm trying to wrap my brain around it. It's like 2017 when they went out and they drafted Evan Ingram. About the same spot. They drafted him 22nd when we needed help on the offensive line. Like, I'm having a hard time understanding the draft pick. You know, Joe Judge is saying, well, you know, some guys making plays out there and this and that. Okay. So you knew Kadarius Toney wasn't going to start. We had Darius Slayton. They signed Kenny Golladay. They had Sterling Shepard. Okay, that's fine. I'm not saying Kadarius Toney needs to start. But you're talking about, you know, there's not a lot of targets to go around with just those receivers. Not to mention we went out and we signed Kyle Rudolph for 2 years. They had Kane Smith, and Evan Ingram's going to be back eventually. So there's going to be less targets for Kadarius Toney, and you got Saquon Barkley back, right? So for the life of me, I don't understand what that pick was about. And I'm not saying that Kadarius Toney can't succeed at all. I'm not saying that the guy's a bust. Some guys are labeling him, but he hasn't had a chance. He hasn't even had a chance to prove what he could do. And that's my biggest beef with this whole thing, this whole situation with Kadarius Toney, is if you drafted him, obviously you use your first-round pick. Your first-round picks are supposed to make immediate impacts, man. They're not projects. And what this tells me, when you do something like this, okay, and I thought maybe he was going to come in and replace Shepard, but they backloaded Shepard's contract. Shepard's coming back next year. When you make a move like this, and you drafted Kadarius Toney in the first round, and you don't use him, and you went out and got draft capital, you're telling me you're still rebuilding. You're still rebuilding. How long does it take to rebuild this team? Listen, I'm not going to say I've been a staunch Dave Gettleman defender, but I've tried to defend him where I felt like he needed to be defended. I've criticized him where I felt like he needs to be criticized, pretty much like I do with everybody on the Giants, the Yankees, or whatever other team I'm covering. But it gets harder and harder to defend this guy, and I'm not saying fire Gettleman. I'm not, killing Gettleman here, but I have to question this guy's plan when he says, I'm coming in here and fixing the offensive line. And he took a big swing out of getting Nate Solder in here and trading for Zeitler, and that was about it. He's had 5 first-round picks, right? Or 6. He had 2018, 19. He had 3 of them, so that's 4. 2020, so he had 6. He had 6 first-round picks since he got here. He's taken 1 offensive lineman in Andrew Thomas. I don't know how that's fixing the offensive line. I don't understand. I don't understand his plan. The guy says, I'm going to fix the offensive line, and he hasn't done it. He hasn't done it. So I'm trying to wrap my head around the Kadarius Toney pick, and I'm trying to figure out when he's going to see the field and what capacity he's going to see the field. Because, again, if you're taking this guy 20th overall, you would think he'd be some part of an integral part of your offense. If you don't want to put him on offense, how about he returns kicks? Something. Can we get the kid involved? Can we give him a chance to see what he can do? It'd be nice to have more weapons on a team. It'd be nice to incorporate more game plan because he can do a lot of different things. And if he is an explosive guy like they say he is, we don't have an explosive receiver, guys. Kenny Galladay's not an explosive receiver. Kenny Galladay's a guy that goes up and gets the ball. That's what he does. He fights for the ball. He wins the 50-50 balls. He's a tall target in the red zone. That's what Kenny Galladay does. Sterling Shepard's your slot guy. Great hands, great route runner. He's a move the chains guy. He's a possession wide receiver. Can he make big plays? Absolutely. And Darius Slayton, Slayton is your burner. He ran a 4.39 coming out of Auburn, so he can run a little bit. And I guess that's our big play receiver. But I wouldn't say Darius Slayton is explosive or twitchy or any of the other stuff, which is the whole reason that I thought they drafted Kadarius Toney, was because he added a different element to the wide receiving core, to the offense, and yet we haven't seen it through 2 games. Now, does that mean it won't change against Atlanta? No. Does that mean it won't change down the road? No. But in my opinion, if you're going to take a guy 20th overall, I just don't understand why the guy's not part of what we're doing, or at least not on the field. I don't get it. I'm like I said, you guys can figure it out. Please let me know in the comment section, because I would love to know your thoughts on why we drafted Kadarius Toney, because for the life of me right now through 2 games, I can't figure it out. I just feel like there was bigger positional need on this team than a wide receiver. So as always, guys and girls, I appreciate you watching. Like I said, if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. Please please subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Links are in the description below. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. It's a bad diggity dizzle, and I am gone. Peace.